Okay, my name's Alan, I am the Armchair Detective. It's time I investigated a haunted house. I'm a little bit too afraid to go there at night, so I'm going there in the daytime. And you wouldn't even know it was haunted from where it is. But imagine at night, with the crows and the birds. I'm not obsessed with the birds. So anyway, I took Winston there today, and I thought I'd give you a chance to have some exercise with me. Here's the latest in this series of Winston Walks. Winston takes on the haunted house in the secret garden in the southwest of England. Sort of thing that Winston and I would investigate. And of course Sherlock Holmes and his faithful Watson would do the same. So here we go.
So is this an exterior of a house, and does it have a large garage? Double garage on the exterior of the house? Looks a bit weird.
Investigate. January the 27th, in the year of our Lord, 2021.
It's just Winston at the park again.
Time to walk, whatever the weather. Clear the head, mind and body. Well, I'm out with my fitness instructor. I looked out the window. I said, it's freezing. I said, boss, it's freezing. Instructor, it's freezing. I don't want to go out. And it's raining. I don't want to go. He looked at me. He said, come on, let's go. I'm doubling down on your exercising since your brush with reality.
It was Chris Watts' house.
And the fact you're not indestructible. So you're going to have to come out, rain or shine. Well, I said, okay, boss. He said, put that harness on me. I'll pull you around. We're going to double down. We're going to double down now daily. Instead of 20 minutes, we're going to do 40 minutes. I said, okay, boss.
You stood around in the park.
So here we are. Trouble is, he sort of drags me along, and then all of a sudden he stops. He's a bit.
It doesn't exactly drag you along.
Attention on smelling stuff. So I get too much rest, but of course when we see another dog, oh my lord, see another dog, we're in trouble. Anyway, trouble.
Don't tell me Winston's a bad dog, badly behaved. You can't control him on the lead.
Anyway, this is my park. This is where the park keeper lives in the old days. That's like Amityville House of Horror.
Is it abandoned, or does somebody actually live there and you're just filming someone's house because it's got some rather strange architecture? It looks like an old stone face, like this wall here, old stone wall, this one, but this here fascia here with the corner, that's fairly new stone. I'm thinking that was part of a renovation, and what they've done is they've stuck another floor on in red brick, very unsympathetic to the original build. I mean, it's possible it was red brick originally, but that tile roof is not original feature, but that window frame up there is. So I'm thinking there was a building and it got renovated. I'm surprised they gave them the planning permission to use this inconsistent material, but it is what it is, I suppose. It's got an alarm on it on the top right, so I'm thinking someone might live there.
Look at it, shall we? Nobody lives there anymore. In the 19...
Nobody lives there anymore, right? Okay, so it's boarded up, but are the windows smashed? Is that it? Why are the curtains?
In the 60s, the government used to put a park keeper in every park, and his job was to make sure people like me didn't...
So it's been done, it's council then, so they've been able to do what the fuck they want, putting the roof on like that.
Play football in the wrong place.
I imagine they use it to store things.
Play football on the bowling green, or anything like that. That lives in the old days. That's like Amityville House of Horror. Let's have a look at it, shall we?
He's repeating his own footage now.
In the 1960s, the government used to put a park keeper in
I didn't rewind
park,
that.
and his job was to make sure people like me didn't play football in the wrong place, didn't play football on the bowling green, or anything like that. And now it looks like a horror show.
It just looks like an old house.
Think anyone's there anymore.
I think they use it.
I went to Disneyland once, right? And I saw the Amityville house.
Alan's been to Disneyland, that's something I've learned.
And I saw Psycho's house, and it was small. I wonder if I can get the same concept. Will this be a house of horror? It's only small, right? I can make it look big.
I think the Amityville house at Disney World is small because they didn't want to build a fucking full-size house at Disney World, did they, you idiot?
Eh? What do you think? AD's House of Horrors. What lurks behind those curtains?
Well, that's you said it. You said it, Alan. You said it. It looks like they built a side bit on here so some people can use it for the toilet.
Oh, I bet there's birds. You can hear the birds, right? I bet birds live on.
It doesn't look like a haunted house in any way, shape or form. Although I would argue that maybe at night, you know, an abandoned building in a park might be used by ne'er-to-do-wells. But that's why they've got security lighting and stuff like that. So it's just this council-owned property that they use for storage near the park.
Live in the loft because no one lives there anymore, and the birds have taken it over. Look, isn't that scary?
Like, obviously they maintain it to a certain degree because it had a bin outside.
Isn't that a scary house? Oh, it's got a bin. Take the bin away. Look at that. I'm scared. Are you scared?
No.
Yes. AD's House of Horrors. We'll keep an eye on that. It's really scary because no one lives here.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Or do we see ghosts? Do you see dead people? Do you see a dead people staring out of there? Is there a ghost there? Make yourself known. If you're a ghost, make yourself known. See something. This is special stone from...
Could you imagine if you were walking your dog in the park and you went round the corner and there was Alan? He's lost Winston. Thank God Winston's still on his lead. Winston's fed up, stood somewhere. And Alan's mate, this is scary. This is scary. Hey, there might be a dead person in there. He's like a grown man with his phone doing that. You'd be like, you're right, mate. You probably wouldn't say you're right, mate. You'd probably just jog on, wouldn't you? You ignore him.
This part of the West Country, all the houses are built of it. It's amazing. There's a quarry that quarries it still. And if you build a house today, they'd like you to use this stone.
Obviously not on the upper floor, though, because they're the council. They do what the fuck they want.
In this part of the world.
But I would have expected them to have forced the renovation to be in the same sympathetic materials, yes.
There we are. House of Horrors. AD's personal House of Horrors. Imagine coming in back in the dark.
That might just be a render finish on the corners, I don't know.
Dark. What does it hold? What secrets? Who's died in that house?
No
There's
one.
a church just over there.
Well, maybe someone, but it's a weird question to ask.
This holds many secrets. Look at this. Yes, it's got a shield and everything. Anyway.
It's a bit weird that he didn't choose to look into the shield, because what that would have done is that would have told him exactly when the house was originally built. They'd have put that on with a date and it would have given him some information, but he ignored that bit. What's that? Hang on, he's put some dark music on and then a clip of his tiptoe. Look at this. That's his tiptoe video. AD edits dance video from the 90s. Charlie says, don't ever let AD come round your house. Bet this music's not this music's blatantly ripped from somewhere in copyright. It's got to be. What the fuck is going on? This is just the same footage as we just saw, but now with the creepy music on it. Sorry about that.
Okay, don't be scared. That was just a bit of fun, me messing about with Winston. Let's go back to...
What the fuck? I had to turn that down and it still came out really fucking loud.
Walk. Sorry if I frightened you.
Sorry.
Lead the way, Bob.
Okay, this is turned down though. Look, this is at full volume. Now I'm turning it down. Yeah. So I'm sorry, but it's going to happen again. So you can turn your volume down if you don't want to hear it. It's going to happen again in just in a second. I just want to see how he edited it. So I skipped into it. Here's the window.
Okay, don't be scared. That was just a bit of fun. Me messing about with Winston. Let's go back to the walk. Sorry if I frightened you. Lead the way, Bob. Instructor Winston. I bet he just stops and sniffs. I prefer it when he drags me along. Come on, Winston, we gotta walk, man. We gotta walk.
Yeah, but you just let him. You just told him to. He's leading you.
That's it. Put a bit of pace.
Sorry.
I've got an expandable lead, so.
Expandable lead.
What with him?
Extendable.
Lead the way now. There's nothing to sniff. Look. Come on, boy. You lead the way. Yeah. Now he's put me through my paces.
Well, he's not really. He's only a little dog.
Got
If you can't keep up with the small dog, you've got troubles.
No, actually 3 stone. English.
Look at his little legs go in.
I don't know how many kilograms that is. I want to get under 100.
It's going in the mud now.
No, he started sniffing again. Oh, endless. Winston, we got to walk, man. Honestly.
You need him on a slightly shorter lead.
You're ruining a good walk.
It's either you let him have his free time, in which case I would let him off the lead and encourage him to walk with me if on command. But here he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. You can't
There's a
complain.
squirrel. We will chase him if he sees him. See the squirrel, Winston? Where's the squirrels?
Go on, Winston. Chase the squirrel. I'm actually rooting for Winston to chase the squirrel because something might happen.
I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there. Let's go this way.
Bear in mind again, he bothered to put the edit together in the middle of this, but this is his content on his channel again. This got 1.9 thousand views. Right, there's nothing happening. He's just walking around the park with Winston.
Slow today. Other days he pulls my arm out of my socket.
It's almost like this is evidence that he's doing exercise for that woman. I've actually said to him, I want to see you do a video of the walk just to prove you're on it.
Just marking day, is it?
First time Winston's been out for weeks.
Okay. Winston's walks. Whew, that's a cold one.
He's knackered. Alan's knackered.
And a wet one. Oh, he's taken to the path. This is where he ups the pace. Okay.
Ups the pace. He's a fucking tiny little doggy.
It all goes. Not many humans about. I've come out early, so.
Alan's huffing and
avoid
puffing.
other dogs. Oh, he's off again. Oh dear. Winston.
Early so you can avoid other dogs. So does that mean to tell me that you don't take him out in the daytime?
Maybe this is his mission. I mean, we have 2 walks a day now.
Two walks a
This is
day.
the morning one, and we have one at
Night.
about 5 p.m.
All right.
Just before it gets dark, or just when it's dark.
His camera work. Alan's shagged.
I've never seen him like this. I've done many walks with him. I've never seen him like this. He's just not interested in walking. It's got to be the wetness. Marking. There's another pigeon. Pigeon. Hello. Hello. Bye-bye. Must be great to be able to fly. Imagine that. Someone comes close to you don't like, you just fly away. No confrontation.
No confrontation,
No argument, just fly
narcissist.
away.
Narcissist, scared of confrontation.
Another one there. He's not going to stay long with Winston around. Normally he chases them, but he's not interested in chasing pigeons today. Look, he's standing right beside it. What's up with you, Winston? He's looking for something. Has he lost something, perhaps? What have you lost? Anyway, we go on.
It's an interesting concept. The dog's looking for something.
There's the bowling green. They're cutting the grass.
Well, you're not allowed to play when you're a kid.
Must be a contract. Cutting the grass in this weather. Gee. Oh, we've seen a big dog. No,
Do you think? Hang on. Do you think it's a contractor? You spot on there, AD. You don't think the people at the bowling green just come down and do that on their fucking day off, do you? I like to play bowls, and I also like to keep the green nice, so I've got myself a really big, expensive mower, and I turn up on the council property to mow it.
Winston, come on.
Oh, is Winston having a pop?
Come on.
Is that him barking?
Come on. Oh, that was a bit scary.
Or he just avoided it?
Oh, he's woken up. He's woken up. He's woken up. He's chasing dogs. He's chasing pigeons. He's back to his old self. Oh, that hurt. See the way he pulled my arm out of my socket?
What?
Bang. Whoosh. That's the old Winston I know.
You should try walking my dog.
Fearless. And protagonist.
I often walk two dogs at the same time as well.
Well, I've had enough actually. Too wet. I think we'll go home.
The video isn't 18 minutes long, and there was an edit in the middle, and it had an intro bit. So he's been out for like 10 minutes with Winston.
I'm more or less done. Are you, Winston?
You're more or less done. The dog won't just be like, the dog doesn't want to, he's not like, yeah, I've seen this now, it's time to go home. If you took the lead off the dog, it would just run around indefinitely throwing the ball. You have to decide.
Reminds me of my film I had to blur. Don't see the face, see the backside.
What?
Maybe we have to blur his backside out. Don't normally see his face, do you? Normally his backside. Reminds me of my film I had to blur. His backside. Don't normally see his face, do you? Normally his backside. Reminds me of my film I had to blur. Don't see the face, see the backside.
What film did you have to blur?
Maybe we have to blur his backside out. The sexual content.
What?
Maybe.
Why are you thinking about your dog's arse in that way?
Somebody still thinks it's Christmas. They're trying to keep the spirits up by keeping the Christmas lights up.
Filming their house.
You had enough, Winnie? I have. Let's go on.
Let's go home.
You lead the way. I'm not going to show you the houses because people troll me.
No, because people live in them, you fucking dickhead.
Okay, we'll say goodbye there. It's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from the sniffer.
I almost guarantee that he's took his car to this location and now he's going to get in the car and drive home. And it's within walking distance of his house, but he's going to say, I can't have the camera on because it's to show you where I live, but actually he's just going to go and get in the car.
Say bye, Winston. Winston? Winston? Hey. Winston? You going to say bye? Where's Luke? Goodbye, everyone.
Very telling at the end that he said, where's Luke? Because Luke's his son, isn't it? So obviously they say this is not his dog. So he said, where's Luke, to try and get the dog's attention, because Luke, you know, the dog would pay attention. He wasn't listening to Alan. So he's out taking his son's dog for a walk.